What if I told you that most gardeners are spending way too much money growing the wrong vegetables? Not wrong as in bad, wrong as in low return. You put in the work, you water, you wait, and at the end of the season you've got barely enough to fill a salad bowl. But there are vegetables that do the complete opposite. They grow fast, they produce heavily, they keep giving, and they do it without draining your wallet or your energy. Today I'm going to show you exactly which ones they are. And number 6? Most people overlook it completely, yet it might be the single most productive thing you can put in your garden. Stay with me. Welcome back to Earthly Gardening, the place where we grow smart, spend less, and eat better. If you're new here, so glad you found us. This channel is all about making gardening practical, affordable, and honestly, really enjoyable. And if you've been here before, you already know we don't do fluff. We get straight to what works. Before we get into it, do me a quick favor. Hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss a new video. We drop fresh gardening content every week and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Alright, let's get into the good stuff. Vegetable 1, Zucchini. Starting with number 1, and honestly this one could have topped every list ever made about garden productivity. Zucchini. If you've ever grown zucchini before, you probably laughed a little when you saw it on this list because you already know. This plant does not play around. One single zucchini plant in good soil with decent sunlight will produce so much fruit that you'll be leaving bags of it on your neighbor's doorstep just to get rid of some. What makes zucchini so special is how fast it moves. From the moment it flowers to the moment you're harvesting, you're looking at just a few days. It doesn't take long to go from baby zucchini to full grown, so you have to stay on top of it. But that's actually a good thing because the more you harvest, the more the plant produces. It's almost like it rewards you for paying attention. You don't need a large space either. A single plant can sit in a container or take up one corner of a raised bed and still feed a family regularly through the season. Vegetable 2, Kale. Number 2 is one that quietly does more work than people give it credit for. Kale. Now before anyone checks out thinking this is just a trendy health food, stick with me. From a purely productive standpoint, kale is one of the most reliable cut-and-come-again vegetables you will ever grow. That means instead of harvesting the whole plant, you pick the outer leaves and leave the center alone. The plant keeps growing. You keep harvesting. This can go on for months. In cooler climates, kale actually gets sweeter after a frost. So while other vegetables are shutting down for the season, kale is still out there delivering. It tolerates heat, handles cold, and doesn't ask for much in return. For a gardener trying to stretch every dollar and every square foot, kale delivers a return that very few vegetables can match. Vegetable 3, Tomatoes. Number 3, and I know, you expected this one. Tomatoes. But not for the reason most people think. Yes, everyone grows tomatoes. Yes, they're popular. But the real reason they belong on this list is the indeterminate variety. See, there are 2 types of tomato plants. Determinate ones that grow to a fixed size, produce all at once, and then they're done. And indeterminate ones that just keep growing and producing until the frost kills them. If you plant an indeterminate variety like a cherry tomato or a beefsteak on a vine, and you give it something to climb, that plant will not stop. It will climb, branch, flower, and fruit continuously all season long. One plant can give you hundreds of tomatoes. Hundreds. From a single plant. The trick is giving it support early, keeping it watered consistently, and making sure it gets enough sun. Do those 3 things and a tomato plant will be one of the hardest working things in your garden. Vegetable 4, Spinach. Number 4 is the quiet overachiever. Spinach. Here's what makes spinach unusual. It thrives when most other vegetables struggle. Early spring, when the ground is still cold and the last frost hasn't fully passed, spinach is already out there growing. You can also plant it again in the fall and it will keep producing well into the cold months. Like kale, spinach is a cut-and-come-again plant. Harvest the outer leaves, the plant pushes out more. Do this consistently and one small patch of spinach becomes a continuous supply of fresh greens without you ever having to replant from scratch. For a small space gardener, spinach is gold. It doesn't need deep soil, it grows fast, and it doesn't demand much attention. You plant it, check on it occasionally, and it quietly keeps delivering. Vegetable 5, beans. Number 5 might surprise some people. Beans. Specifically pole beans, the climbing kind. And the reason they make this list is pure math. Pole beans grow vertically. That means instead of spreading across your precious ground space, they go up. You build or find a simple trellis, fence, or stake, and the bean plant climbs it. All that production happening in vertical space means you can plant more in the same footprint. They also produce heavily and continuously. Pick the beans regularly and the plant keeps flowering and setting more. Leave them on the vine too long and production slows. So again, the more attentive you are, the more you get back. They're also rich in nitrogen, which means they actually improve the soil they grow in. So not only are they feeding you, they're quietly feeding your garden at the same time. Real quick, if you're finding this useful, drop a comment below and tell me which vegetable surprised you most so far. I genuinely love reading through your experiences, tips, and even the things that didn't work for you because somebody else watching might learn from it too. And if you haven't subscribed yet, this is the perfect time to do it. There's a lot more coming, especially for anyone trying to grow more food with less space, less money, and fewer mistakes. You definitely don't want to miss the next videos. Alright, let's get back to the list. Vegetable 6, sweet potatoes. Number 6, and this is the one I mentioned at the start. The one most gardeners skip over. Sweet potatoes. People avoid sweet potatoes because they assume they need a large farm to grow them. That's not true. What sweet potatoes actually need is warm soil, full sun, and a little room to spread their vines. Give them those 3 things and they work almost completely on their own. Here's what makes them special from a productivity standpoint. You plant them once. You mostly leave them alone. And when it's time to harvest, you dig up the ground and find multiple large, nutrient-dense tubers under a single plant. There's something almost magical about reaching into the soil and pulling up what feels like buried treasure. They also have a long storage life once harvested, which means unlike leafy greens or tomatoes, you can enjoy sweet potatoes for months after the season ends. From a cost per meal perspective, sweet potatoes are one of the best returns on investment a home gardener can get. Vegetable 7, radishes. Number 7 is the speed champion of the vegetable world. Radishes. Radishes go from seed to harvest in as little as 3 to 4 weeks. That's not a typo. 3 to 4 weeks. While everything else in your garden is still establishing its roots, radishes are already done. This makes them one of the most efficient vegetables you can grow, especially in small spaces or containers. But here's the smarter way to use them. Succession planting. Instead of planting all your radish seeds at once, plant a small row every 2 weeks. That way you have a continuous harvest running all season instead of one big wave. This simple strategy turns radishes from a quick novelty into a reliable, ongoing food source. They also grow well alongside other vegetables and can even help loosen compacted soil for the plants growing next to them. A small investment, a fast reward. Vegetable 8, cucumbers. Number 8, and this one pairs perfectly with that vertical growing strategy we talked about with beans. Cucumbers. Like tomatoes, cucumbers produce continuously when you harvest them regularly. Leave one on the vine too long and the plant thinks its job is done. It starts to slow down. But keep picking and it keeps pushing out new fruit. 1 or 2 cucumber plants trained up a trellis can keep a household supplied with fresh cucumbers all summer. They're also fast-growing compared to many other vegetables and don't need particularly deep soil, which makes them very container-friendly. If you're working with a small patio or balcony garden, a cucumber plant in a deep pot with a small trellis beside it is one of the most productive uses of space you can find. Vegetable 9, lettuce. Number 9 is another cut-and-come-again champion. Lettuce. And specifically, loose leaf varieties rather than head lettuce. Head lettuce gives you one harvest. You cut the whole head and the plant is finished. But loose leaf lettuce works completely differently. Instead of forming one tight head, it keeps producing individual leaves from the center. You simply harvest the outer leaves as you need them, and the plant keeps growing right back. Within a week or two, fresh new leaves are ready again. One planting of loose leaf lettuce can keep producing for an entire season if you harvest it correctly. What makes lettuce even more valuable is how quickly it grows. Some varieties are ready for light harvesting in just a few weeks, making it one of the fastest rewards in the garden. It also handles partial shade surprisingly well. In fact, in hotter weather, a little afternoon shade can help keep the leaves tender and prevent the plant from bolting too quickly. If you have an awkward corner in the yard that doesn't get full sun, lettuce often fits perfectly there. It grows well in raised beds, containers, window boxes, and even tucked between larger plants. And because you harvest gradually instead of all at once, it gives you a steady supply of fresh greens without demanding much space, effort, or maintenance. Vegetable 10, Swiss chard. And number 10 is probably the most underrated vegetable on this entire list. Swiss chard. Swiss chard looks dramatic with those bright colorful stems and huge glossy leaves, so a lot of people assume it must be difficult to grow. But the truth is the complete opposite. Swiss chard is one of the toughest, most forgiving vegetables you can put in your garden. It keeps producing through heat waves when lettuce and spinach are already bolting and turning bitter, and it keeps standing strong even as cooler weather starts creeping in. What really makes Swiss chard special is how productive it is. You do not harvest the whole plant at once. You simply cut the outer leaves and let the center keep growing, which means one plant can feed you for months. The more consistently you harvest it, the more it seems to grow back. And it is not just useful, it is beautiful too. Those deep green leaves paired with red, yellow, orange, or pink stems make it look almost ornamental in the garden. It blends right into flower beds while quietly producing basket after basket of food. If you've never grown Swiss chard before, this is your sign to try it. It bridges the gap between warm season and cool season gardening better than almost anything else, keeping your garden productive long after other vegetables start fading out. So there you have it. 10 vegetables that genuinely earn their place in your garden. Not chosen because they're trendy or pretty but because they produce consistently, grow without demanding a fortune, and keep giving back season after season. If I had to pick just 3 to start with, I'd say zucchini, pole beans, and Swiss chard. Low effort, high return, and they'll show you very quickly what a productive garden actually feels like. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 10 are you growing this season or planning to try for the first time? Drop it in the comments below. And if this video helped you in any way, please give it a like because it genuinely helps more people find this channel and grow their own food too. If you're new here and you want more practical no-fluff gardening content every single week, subscribe and hit the bell. We're just getting started and there is so much more to come. Until next time, keep your hands in the soil and your eyes on the garden. I'll see you in the next one.